Hey guys, it's Fumaya. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Either way, you are welcome. So today I wanted to come on and group a bunch of requests that I have gotten on my channel into one video. And I'm going to talk about how to be a feminine alpha female. Because of my legal background, I always love to start any contentious conversation with definitions so we're all on the same page of what we're talking about. So feminine, having qualities or an appearance traditionally associated with women, especially delicacy and prettiness. Got that definition from Google. Now, let's look up alpha female. An alpha woman is a woman who believes her ability to achieve is limitless. She self-identifies as an alpha woman. She has a confidence that is contagious, which leads other people to respect her as an equal. She showcases leadership characteristics. She is recognized by others as being impactful, and she has extremely high ambitions. So, is it possible to be both feminine and an alpha female? That is a very commonly asked question, and I would argue yes, because I am someone who is an alpha female by this definition, but I am also someone that most would describe as feminine. What is it like, or what does it mean to be an alpha female? I am someone who believes that confidence doesn't have to be loud. Confidence doesn't have to be forceful. It doesn't have to be coercive. Confidence is something that you just embody and exude, and it's not something that you need to broadcast. You may choose to broadcast it. I think there's nothing wrong with a little self-PDA. If you feel like you look great one day, or if you have an accomplishment that you would love to share or celebrate publicly, there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with loving on yourself in public. But at the same time, confidence in your day-to-day interactions is not going to be something that you are voicing. It's just something that you embody within yourself. And in order to get to that point where you are so confident that others can read it on you, you need to come to a point of genuine self-love. What does that mean? At first, it does feel awkward, it does feel self-centered, but once you get used to it, you understand how empowering it can be. So I spent time looking in the mirror, and I just looked at my features and I said, what do I really like about myself? What are some things that I don't like about myself? You're going to have to be honest with yourself about both. But I love my eyes. So I always play up my eyes when it comes to makeup, when it comes to glasses, whatever I can do to draw attention to my eyes, I do that. That means that for a period I was getting lash extensions because it really does accentuate the eyes. Now, since Corona and all that, I just stick to false lashes. And you can see that I tend to wing my eyeliner out. I just do really soft and subtle things to draw attention to and accentuate the beauty of my eyes. Another thing I really like are my lips. So I always play up my lips as well. That means I use colors that really complement my look. It doesn't mean that I always use garish or bold colors, but I do use colors that really accentuate the beauty of my lips. So that's one thing you can do to sort of boost that confidence. And for me, if I look good, I feel good, everyone around me can tell that I'm feeling good, I'm feeling myself. Do what works for you. Another thing you want to do is when you identify those weak points, think, is it something you can change? If it's not, accept it. If it's not something that you can change right now, still accept it. If it is something you can change, work to change that. For a lot of women, that is their body, that is their weight. If your weight is something you struggle with and you don't feel confident in your body, you can take steps to change that. But I do recommend getting to a point where you feel comfortable in your own skin as you are right now. So again, go to the mirror, look at your body. What do you like? What's good about your body? What do you want to work on? Make a mental note of the things you want to work on and make an effort to work on those things. But also say, okay, I'm going to play up my strengths. Do you have a small tapered waistline? Focus on accentuating that with your outfits. Do you have nice round hips? Focus on accentuating that with your outfits. Do you have a nice décolletage, nice skin, long legs? Whatever it is that you have that is cute, play up those attributes when you get dressed in the morning. When you are a woman who has high ambitions, you're smart, you're successful, you're a go-getter, oftentimes that can be intimidating to people. And it's not just intimidating to men, sometimes it's intimidating to women. And what I always recommend is be someone who you know your stuff, you know that you're successful, but don't be the person who lords that over people. And I would say this is a good trait for men and women. This is not just a women thing. Yes, you are successful. Yes, you are brilliant. Yes, you are ambitious. And yes, you have been fortunate and blessed enough to achieve a lot of things in your life. But when it comes to your interpersonal relationships, you want to relate to everyone as an equal, whether they are as accomplished as you or not nearly as accomplished as you. So try to be the kind of person who compartmentalizes. Yes, you own your accomplishments. Yes, you own your success, but you don't want to be an obnoxious individual. You want to be the kind of person that makes people feel good and better about themselves when they're around you and not worse about themselves. Now, if you are a woman who presents as very feminine, that's going to present different challenges when it comes to your spheres of work or education, the more successful you become. And that's something that I will talk about in depth in another video. But if you are someone who, you like to take care of yourself, you like to get dressed, you like to do your nails, you like your jewelry, you like your makeup, you like your hair, that is something that may backfire in professional settings. And you need to be mindful of that. You need to be mindful of what those implications are. Now, you can decide for yourself, you know what? I don't care. I like being underestimated. I like people looking at me and thinking, oh, look at her, hair, makeup, nails, outfit. She doesn't know what she's doing. She's here for an MRS degree, et cetera, et cetera. You can take that route, and that is 100% fine, but it is something to be mindful of, because if you can foresee these sort of challenges, you can circumvent them. If you want to go the other route and say, you know what, I'm feminine, I like my hair, I like my makeup, but I don't want to have to deal with the blowback in a professional or educational setting, so I'm going to tone it down. That's something you can do as well. You can opt for nude nail colors. Like today I have my nails done. They're very clean, they're very well kept, but I have a nude color on them. I don't have a bold, garish color on my nails. You can go for a makeup look that plays up your features but isn't too bold. So for example, I've done a nice eye, I've done shadow, I have 3 different shadows on my eyes right now, but it's not obvious because I've gone with matte skin tone color, and that just gives a more natural look to the makeup. And for lashes, I've gone with something, again, that's really wispy, very light, dark lashes, but also not something that's super dramatic like you would see on Instagram or something. Same thing for my lip. I've gone with a very natural look, very soft. It's not matte. It's a nice, sensual lip that is pretty, but not too bold in terms of the statement that it's making. One of the areas in which alpha women tend to have a little bit more trouble is when it comes to dating. You know that you can do for yourself. You know you have your own money, your own place, your own car. You know that you are successful and you've built a life for yourself. And you honestly, when you think about it and you take stock of it, you might think, I don't need a man. I really don't. Your standards tend to be higher too, because you know, like, listen, if it doesn't work out with this guy, you're going to be fine. You have a living for yourself. You're not dependent on a man to provide for you. So you're not going to put up with misbehavior or disrespect from a man. And that is something that alpha women say over and over again. At the same time, there are ways to sort of let your femininity lead if you are in a dating situation. And this doesn't mean water down your intelligence. This doesn't mean sort of play yourself down or allow someone to walk all over you. This just means taking a break. Put your feet up. Let the guy be that guy in the traditional sense in some situations. Let him pick where you go on the date. Let him plan the date. Let him pay for the date. Let him pick you up. Let him drop you off. Like, let him fill some of those more traditional roles and enjoy taking a break. Enjoy not having to sort of step up and be that alpha person that you're used to being. Let him woo you and sweep you off of your feet. And I can talk a little bit more about that in another video. I have touched a little bit on sort of femininity and how to create intimacy with a man in non-sexual ways in another video, so I will link that. Enjoy yourself. Treat it as sort of like a vacation where you can take your cape off and let this guy do for you. that is it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun doing this video because it's something that hits so close to home. It's something that I can relate to, being an alpha woman, but also a woman who's very feminine and just loves all of that girly stuff. What are your experiences being an alpha woman who's also super feminine in the workplace, with friends, family, dating, etc.? I want to hear your experiences. Comment that down below. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so that you don't miss future updates, and sign up for notifications if you are already subscribed. I plan to talk about femininity in the workplace, as a lawyer, etc., more and more, because I get those questions all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.